of the Pickleball Central National Indoor. Nice deep return there by Fed. I will pull up the bracket here in a minute, and we'll talk about what these players will face if they move on. So another freebie there by Dustin. That's going to sail wide, so a good leave there by Boyer. See if he can get on the board here and relax here. Really like the misdirection there. He showed down the line, and at the last eighth of a second opens up the face of his paddle. Fed not reading it in time. So this is a quarter-final match. See how deep he gets that serve. The winner of this match will move on into the semifinals and take on the winner of Pablo Tellez, Fed's men's doubles partner, and Julian Arnold, which is a match we might see right here on Grandstand Court later this afternoon. Oh, what a return. Terrific, deep return, spinning away from Fed. And so you can see here what the strategy is of both players' returns. They're trying to get the returns not only deep, but into the backhand corner of their opposing player. Try to force them to hit a passing shot with the backhand. And that's so good. And that's what I mean about Fed's decision making. Instead of him going all out on that ball and hitting it 100%, he hit it with 50 to 60% pace with a lot of topspin to bring that ball down. Oh, incredible court coverage there by Boyer. Fed thought he had him beat twice on those passing shots. And Dustin, incredible court coverage there. And Fed says, if you can do it, I can do it too. Two incredible stab volleys there by Fed to get him that point. And a quick bumble by Fed. So there's another point. Is it 4-2? And another terrific example of a great decision there by Fed, rolling that ball with, I would say, 75% pace. Oh, and another Bomanos by Staksrud after that cross-court rolling backhand topspin pass. Very impressive. And that, again, catches the line. I mean, I don't know what else Dustin can do. He's hitting great approach shots. He's hitting great volleys. He's covering the kitchen line as good as anybody I've seen all day long. Fed just too good. And there's Dustin kind of pressing himself to get that return really deep and got a little greedy. Oh, Boyer set that point up so perfectly. Got the easy forehand volley, and I think just relaxed on it and dumped it right into the net. So Dustin a little upset with himself after all that work to set it up. Really impressed with Dustin Boyer. Has a great serve, an excellent return, can pass you on both sides. Great volleyer. And there's a missed return, so a freebie by Fed. And a freebie return there by Dustin. So Boyer telling me he was looking forward to getting back to his hometown here. He grew up just north of the Twin Cities, about 20 miles north. So about an hour or so from here, he said. Currently living in Sarasota, Florida. Played his college tennis at the University of Nebraska. Beautiful campus there in Lincoln, Nebraska. So he's a Big Ten boy, and he is in Big Ten country right here. Another really good deep serve that skidded into the Fed backhand, so gets a free point there. Oh, and a beautiful forehand roll right down that line. Fed leaning left. So 5-10 here in. He'll get it. Oh, great hustle there by both players. Dustin Boyer working very, very hard right now. And I think he's going to try to catch his breath here with the timeout. And I will try to catch my own breath right here at the Pickleball Central. Dave the Badger Weinbach back with you live here at the Pickleball Central Indoor USA Championships. The official paddle here is Versix. Versix, the sweet spot between price and performance. Oh, it was there to go around the post, and Fed, he waited just long enough, I thought, to create the angle. It just didn't execute it perfectly. Yeah, opened up the face of that paddle a fraction too much, and that ball's gonna sail wide. So Fed with the ball in his hand, looking to capture game one. And gets a little greedy on the serve. And that just sails wide, so Dustin's up to 6 now. And that's gonna clip the net and land in the court for another point. (7-10). Oh, and Boyer just didn't do anything with that ball. He got the forehand that he wanted and just fluffed it up high. And an easy volley winner there for Fed. And Fed hits his favorite shot now, is that inside-out forehand pass a la Tyson McGuffin.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
PPA Tour here in the United States. Game 2 starting. And Dustin getting a little greedy on that forehand return. He's trying to get it really deep to the Fed backhand corner. But I think one thing he ought to think about is not just focusing on the depth, but keeping the ball down and making Fed have to lift the ball on his passing shots, which will give him a little more time to react and to cover the first volley at the line, which I think his footwork is as good as anybody I've seen in terms of moving laterally at the kitchen line. Yes, that return did clip the line. Fed asking the referee for his opinion, and the referee signaling yes, that ball did hit the line. That's an incredible return of serve, but I think the forehand volley initially called out. Fed appeals to the ref, and the ref saw it on the line and overruled Boyer's call. So Staksrud with the ball back in his hands on that overrule. And after 2 line balls, and Fed asking me if it was good. Yes, it was, Fed. Both of them caught the line. So good at that forehand volley, Fed is. It's really hard to pick on Staksrud in singles. When people ask me, if you were to play him in singles, what would you do? And it's so tough because he has no weakness. I mean, that's just unbelievable. That was a good return, and the ball stayed down, but Fed, so dangerous, can go any different direction. That time, he caught himself falling backwards at impact. One of the things, folks, you want to really focus on in pickleball is when you hit a shot, you want to get your momentum into the shot. You want your momentum forward. You don't want to be falling backwards as you try to execute a shot, any shot, really. And that serve sails long. Fed calling that return wide. Dustin not appealing to the ref, so he did agree. Dustin looking a little out of sorts to me, a little frustration showing here. I think he needs to take a deep breath, maybe call a timeout right now. He's very frustrated with himself. And that's really good pressure there by Boyer, forcing that air from Staksrud. .05 here in game 2. Yeah, Fed really anticipating that ball well that was coming down the line, leaning hard to his forehand as Boyer was coming through the ball and gave himself an early head start. And that's one thing Fed is so good at, is reading his opponent's body language and paddle angle and anticipating where that ball is going to go. Oh, what a get. Amazing get there by Boyer. You know, talking about reading paddles and anticipating where the ball is going. The best player that I've ever seen do that, I don't know if you guys know this name, but his name is Ben Johns. Everyone thinks he has the quickest hands in the world. He does have great hands, but he anticipates where the ball is coming better than anybody I've ever seen. And a lot of that comes from a background of table tennis, too. Ben, a very accomplished table tennis player. And that's going to sail long, just did not come over the top of that particular ball. So Fed trying to make quick work of Dustin Boyer and get this match done in 2 games and advance on into the semifinals. And Boyer very smartly letting that ball bounce to give him time to get out of the kitchen. If he hits that ball in the air when he's standing in the kitchen, that is a violation. Yeah, Dustin just ran up against a wall here. I mean, Fed is in fuego, or as he would say, vamos. It just doesn't give you a lot of opportunities. Puts a huge amount of pressure on you. There's a reason this guy has won many singles titles, but that's one thing you can't do, is give him freebies. And Dustin just kind of has lost his focus. He's lost his concentration here. And credit to Staksrud for taking him out of his game and out of what he wanted to do. So here's match point. And there you have it, a much easier route to the semifinals than I thought it was going to be.